for Marcus Forbes and Justin Tate. They go up and do battle. Forbes gets it down towards Gardner, who can pick the footy up and get over the top of it. Over the shoulder, said the umpire, against Lazarick, so he goes wide looking for Dowie, over the top of his head, but he can pick it up on centre wing. Drill it around the corner towards half forward. Harriet has taken the mark and plays on 55 out. Leads coming from Lowther and also Panther. He goes towards Panther, who comes out, can't take the mark. McNamara at the front, gets it by hand to Lindsay. Short toe poke out wide. Oh, Thomson though, taking the mark. Dan O'Connor, left half forward flank. We'll try and drill it back towards centre half forward. Stolk and Riley can raffle it. Stolk takes the mark. Comes back inside the centre square. Now we'll go with the right foot. The lead's on from Harriet. Goes in that direction. Oh, chopped off. Well done, Nevada Cornwall. Took a great mark at defensive 50. And the ball will come back to him shortly. So he'll have a chance to drive Corio out of defence. He handballs it, in fact, to Sean Lewis. Still inside defensive 50. Goes with a right foot kick towards the middle. Open spaces. The two number ones are there. Tate tries to tap it on towards Clifford. Getting back there. Gardner had it, lost it. Riley's there also. Ricky O'Toole might have it. No, he can't. Coming through O'Connor. Stands his ground. Gets through the cricket pitch area. Then wrapped up. High tackle not seen by the umpire. Gardner gets away. Gets a kick away towards centre wing. Potter got molested nearly by Stolk and will take the free kick. And hobbling already, Ricky O'Toole in the middle.
He got his leg caught between two players. It's a calf, I reckon.
So now short Potter goes towards Collins. Was going to go left, then comes back inboard. Goes to Lindsay. Can't take the mark at half forward. Thomson with the numbers if they can get it away. Stolk was held by without the footy. Clifford's there as well. Forbes ran back into trouble. The umpire's picked out a free kick now, and it's going to go to Jason Stolk, who I reckon has sucked in Toby Lindsay beautifully there at half-back, and he'll take the kick. Goes towards Dowie on centre wing. He takes the mark. Lead on from Nick Maharis. Ricketts got the job on him. That's going to be a great clash. Dowie now goes towards those two, and also Armstrong against McNamara. Good punch away, McNamara. At the back, Sean Lewis drives it long towards centre half forward. Forbes gets back there against Tate. The two do battle. Comes off the back of the pack. Forbes did pretty well. Got it away to Stolk. Clearing kick towards the safety of the boundary line at half back. Dowie, I don't think he'll be able to keep it in, will he? It's pretty close. It might stay in. He gets a good shepherd too from Nankervis and goes with the right foot kick towards centre wing. Great kick to Riley. Takes the mark uncontested. We'll try and drive Thomson forward again.
So Riley, centre wing, true centre wing in front of the Social Club. Has the football, decides to go long towards centre half forward. Good looking kick, Lowther. A little bit of a push from Ricky Bigham, takes the mark, and that'll be a danger sign for Corio with him there. Harriet at centre half forward, doesn't take the mark, comes to ground. McNamara pulls the ball in underneath himself. Gee, you need to be careful. Umpire says no prior opportunity.
I think there's some nerves out there. There's some wrong options being taken there at the moment, and that's a good sign that everybody's a little bit toey.
So at centre half forward on the 50-metre arc for Thomson. Tapped down by Rick Lazarick. Ball picked up by Sabali Armstrong. Immediately tackled from behind. Play on, said the umpire. Lowther gets a handball out. McNamara picks it up. Handball wide, looking for Cornwall. Over to Lewis. Now over to Matt McNamara. But Timmy Gardner does well. Puts the body on the line. Gets a handball clear to Nick Maharis. Over to Riley. Immediately tackled. Gets rid of the football somehow. Ricky O'Toole picks it up. Wheels around. Short pass has found Manning on centre wing on his own. So Shane Manning for Corio now. Kicks it low. The leads come from Clifford. Attacks the footy. Hits him on the chest. Turns. Drives the ball back towards centre half forward. Numbers there with Thomson. Easy for Aitchison. Handball over the top to Baxter. Into the middle of the ground. Forbes as the rain starts to come down here at St Albans. And gee whiz, it's shooting fairly strongly towards the north. There's Forbes now to centre half. Nick Maharis. Strong mark. Just ahead of Rickett. He's got to get the fist between those hands. Now Maharis. The wind's holding it up again. Oh, it's tailor-made there for Lowther. Can't take the mark. Lindsay held without the football. Finally a handball out to Matt McNamara. Long kick to centre wing with the breeze. Lee Clifford's there for Corio. Wheels around. Kicks it towards half forward. Nobody there for Corio. Troy Feldman takes the easy chest mark. Comes across the ground now. Switching play. He's got Stolk out there. Gee whiz, it's gone backwards. It's gone towards the Corio goal, but it's all Thomson out there. 3-1. Matty Cullen, now he's in real bother. Falls to the ground. Picked up by Aitchison. Goes to centre wing. And Nankervis takes the mark for Thomson. They're doing well against the breeze at the moment, Thomson. Kicked from Nankervis. Good spoil from behind by Corio. Picked up by Dowie. Handball. Maharis threw it to Harriet.
Got that.
Stone takes the mark on 50. Low pass, doesn't hit it too well. Clean bowls players as they go back towards the goal area for Thomson. Ricky Bingham takes the ball through for a rush behind and concedes the first score of the day. Behind to Thomson, Corio yet to score. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 5 minutes gone.
Bigham plays in from full-back, gains 30 metres, goes to the right foot kick towards Matty King against Harriet, goes up, 2-on-1 now if he can get it back to Stock. King did pretty well in the end. Short little toe poke to Potter at half-back. Got Cornwall running past. Elects to go with the kick. Chips the ball to the middle. Oh, turnover though. O'Connor, 2 against 1, did well. Got in the middle and took the mark. Called to play on now. Has to get around Lewis, and he's going to be under pressure, but gets around. Right foot kick towards half forward. Just popping it up. Now Lowther on a long lead. O'Toole comes across against him. Lowther's handball back, only against Rickett, who takes it away in half back. Then measures a pass towards centre wing. It's okay. Finds Justin Tate. Wheels back around on the left boot. Will drive it towards centre half forward. Rivet on a long lead. Goes up. Can't take the mark. Aitchison from behind. Rivet did pretty well. Got away from 1. Couldn't get away from 2 and then dropped the footy. Coming through the middle was also Ashley McNamara. Got it away.
Got it high.
And got a high tackle, did he? Or did he throw it?
Nah, Aitchison.
So Aitchison will take the free kick for Thomson in the right back pocket. Wants to switch play. And he can go short into the pocket. It's okay, finds Troy Feldman. Then he chips it over the top towards Baxter. They created the loose player. He's at half back. Maharis gives him a long lead towards centre wing. He goes in that direction, does he? No, he chips the ball back inboard, looking for Feldman, who went to half back, took the mark. Now he drives it long towards O'Connor on the wing. Might hold up for Maharis in the end. Rickett did well, used the body beautifully. And did well, the youngster. Now he goes back to whence it came. He goes towards, the kick was terrible off the boot though. Now coming through the middle was Feldman. He can't pick it up on hands and knees. Handballs it back inboard to Stevie Daniels. Off a step, torpedo punt towards Tate and Forbes. Tate in front, did well, took the diving mark. And thought about playing on, now does. Handball to Cornwall, 55 out. He goes with a chip pass towards the pocket. Good vision if McNamara can take it. He can't. Ashley McNamara in the pocket still. Handball underneath towards the goal square. Rivet had it, lost it. Coming through the middle was Riley, tried to tap it through.
Free kick.
Free kick. And I think in the bottom of the pack there was Ashley McNamara, was it?
It looks like
Rick Lazarick.
McNamara. Let's pick the ball up.
It is.
Tackled high, the signal from the umpire.
So Ashley McNamara, right forward pocket. In fact, he'll be kicking nearly from the behind post. Noel Riley is standing 2 metres out from goal, so he's on an acute angle in the pocket. We'll see what he can do. He comes in with the banana, and I think he's put it through, has he?
I think he has.
Great goal. So that is the first goal of the match, and it goes to Ashley McNamara. He's kicked 1, so of Corio, they won straight goal 6. Thomson 1 behind, and that's on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 8 minutes played.
Yeah, well, it's a wind-assisted end, and they've taken a while to get that 1 goal. They've had to work very, very hard for it, and it's probably a bit fortunate there to receive a free kick, because there was a lot of players around that ball in.
So back in the middle, umpire Formosa to put the ball in the air. Tate and Forbes ready to do battle. Ball goes up. Ruckman go up. Tate gets a tap out. Lovely pick up by McNamara. Ashley, who's just kicked the goal. Handball came from Lewis looking for Rickett. He's immediately tackled. Drops the footy. Play on to the umpire. Lindsay held without the football. Forbes picks it up. Gets a handball out to Maharis. Terrible kick on the left foot. Maharis. The ball, well, Cleves bowls a number of players descending on it. Would you believe? Sabali Armstrong can't take the footy, however. Picked up by Matt McNamara. Decides to go wide. Oh, the kick's not good. And on the 50-metre arc, Timmy Gardner takes the mark. Chips it inboard. Back into the corridor. Went backwards about 5 or 10 metres, but Forbes took the mark for Thomson. Between the centre square and the 50-metre arc. Kicks long into the breeze. It's a good kick to full forward. Players getting pushed forward from the back there. Matt King picks it up at Corio. Handball dropped by Lindsay. Thomson with the numbers there. Ball under a heap of players. Umpire will have to put the whistle on play. He does. And 30 metres out directly in front of the Thomson goal. Umpire bench will put the ball in the air. Saw Thomson a bit lucky. Nick Maharis pushed the whole pack forward then. No free kick paid. However, ball goes up. This time Lazarick gets a tap very wide for Corio. Picked up there by Collins. Having another good game already. On half back. Doesn't know where to go. Kicks it back into the corridor. Terrible position, but Lewis does well for Corio. Takes the mark from behind, goes to centre wing, and the mark taken there by Cullen. Cullen now chips it bin board into the corridor. Cornwall is there for Corio, takes the mark on his chest. It's now in the centre circle. Goes towards centre half forward. Manning got 2 to beat, doesn't do it unfortunately. Troy Feldman doing well early, gets a handball over to Stock. He can't handle a footy. Oh, terrible attack on the player there by McNamara. Advantage paid to Thomson. Comes out there from Riley to Harriet, chips it inboard to Stone. Thomson playing the possession game. Normally Corio do that, but here's Thomson playing them at their own game. Kick to half forward. King and Lowther, show of strength there. Ball comes to ground to Cornwall. Chips it to centre half back, Lazarick. Now they switch the play, Corio out to centre wing. Tate takes the mark, goes on quickly. Now kicks long towards centre half forward. In front, Cullen can't take the mark. Comes to Clifford at the front of the pack. Kicks it off the ground. Has to come back and attempt to pick it up. It does well. Finally gets some assistance there from Potter. Handball to nobody. Gee whiz, it's hard and tough at centre half forward for the Corio side. Umpire puts a whistle on play. So just inside the centre square towards centre half forward for Corio. Last man up, Matt McNamara from the defensive half of the ground. He's in the forward half. And the umpire now puts the ball in the air once again. This time Tate from behind gets a tap down, but stolen by Gardner. Forbes, I don't know where that handball was going, but it's picked up by Lazarick. He tries to get past the tackle, can't do so. Ping for holding the footy. And O'Connor it is.
Lucky there, Thomson.
I think it was fairly... The tackle was pretty high, but they don't give any latitude these days. There's the kick now from O'Connor. Oh, Mahara's almost a great mark at centre half forward. Stone picks it up, handball forward. All Corio there is Rickett. Picks it up, handball to nobody. Following up there, Harriet picks it up, looks for and finds Stone. Little chip pass from Stone, looking for Mahara's. Oh,
jeez.
Wasn't a mark, it was perhaps a free kick, but he battles on. Nick Mahara's kicks it along the ground. Oh, Ruck easily put out of the contest there by Panther, but it comes back strongly. Panther, nice handball to Sabali Armstrong. Comes back, eludes the tackle, gets the right foot, kicks towards the full forward position. King tries to take the mark, but the Corio defence conceded behind. They're under pressure. And that's the second behind to Thomson. They trail Corio 1-6. Victoria Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard 12 minutes gone.
King kicks it into Ricky Bigham. Finds some space at right half back. Would you think about putting Hood on the ground underneath those two?
Yep,
Welshie at full forward. They're not getting much there, are they? Lewis at half back takes the mark, goes towards centre wing. Clifford on a long lead against Roberts. Oh, great mark. Great mark. Lee Clifford. I didn't think the umpire was going to pay it, but he did in the end. It was a good mark by Clifford on centre wing.
Kick number 4 for Lee already.
Goes now and goes towards centre half forward. Manning one-on-one. Daniels over the back. Also there Feldman just playing across the line there. Gives it to Daniels. He's under pressure from Ricky O'Toole. Picks it up. The coach to kick the goal. And has. Yep. Ricky O'Toole across half forward there has put his first on the board, the second for the Devils. They go to 2 straight goals, 12. Thomson 2 behinds. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 13 minutes played.
Oh, that was just class. He read the ball well. Stevie Daniels, he had to keep his feet then and just went to ground, and Ricky just swooped on it and done what he does best, just finished nicely, and put another one for Corio. That ball is holding up a fair bit. I think it's worth more than 2 goals.
Well, I think Thomson have taken the view they're going to chip the ball around this first quarter and wait till they get used to the breeze. And look, Troy Feldman up the back there, he's in 2 minds at the moment. He's not precise with his decisions in my book. He's making some wrong options here. He's going too wide and too short.
So in the middle again, Tate tapped down for Corio, picked up by Collins. Ashley McNamara immediately tackled, pulling the ball back in underneath himself was Stock, but the umpire said the tackle was illegal. So Stock in the middle of the ground for Thomson. Looks like Thomson playing a loose man in defence. If you have a look at that, guys, the ball goes to centre half forward. O'Connor can't take the mark. There's a whistle on the play. It's against O'Connor. It's gone to, is it Toby Lindsay for Corio at on the defensive side of the centre square for Corio.
Toby's been crushed a couple of times.
Looks like Feldman's playing loose man in defence. I don't know how positive that might be, but the little chip pass has gone to Bigham. Wants to be careful, he might lose it. Decides to now kick the ball a little longer. The lead from half forward is Potter. Takes the mark ahead of his opponent there on this occasion was Daniels. Long kick to half forward. Mark not taken back there as Riley. Well, there was a bit of interference both ways, and Ricky O'Toole looking with a bit of concern toward the umpire, but didn't get the free kick. He's got Riley manning him, and the ball now half forward flank for Corio, thrown in. Ball beautiful tap down to Shane Manning. Manning goes to check side. Oh, that is an unbelievable kick for goal. Shane Manning has kicked the goal.
Great goal.
Shocking position, no left foot. kicked it check side and went through the middle. Third goal straight for Corio. 3 goals 18. Thomson, 2 behinds. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 15 minutes gone.
Well, they're certainly the ones that win the game for you, aren't they? That's freakish. It's a lovely goal, and but he's a skillful player. We come to sort of expect those sort of things from him, and that's a very, very handy goal. They're playing quite well at the moment, Corio. They're working pretty hard in numbers, putting a little bit of pressure on the Thomson side. They may be windier than we think out there. They're having fair bit of difficulty coming forward.
Werner on, Cullen off for Corio.
That's a bit of height and a bit of mobility.
Yep. Yes.
And a change from the bench. Back to the middle. Tate and Forbes. Umpire bench throws the ball in the air. Tate gets it down easily towards Collins, coming off half forward. Potter, handball was good to Bigham, running off half back. Little left foot kick to Manning, who'll have Feldman bearing down on him at half forward. Tries to draw a play, get it away to Clifford on the right foot. Short little kick, going to not meet Werner. Daniels comes through, loses it. Roberts is there under pressure as well. Handball might turn it over to Clifford, running at it. O'Connor wraps him up. Daniels through the middle. Bigham wraps him up. The umpire says play on. We're at half forward. Corio into attack. The umpire will come in now and ball it up. Left half forward flank, the Devils into attack. Northern end of the ground. They lead 3 straight goals, 18. Thomson, 2 behinds. Middle stage of the first term. And the ruck contest between Tate and Forbes to come from the same side of the pack. Tate used the body, then can't quite get a clear punch away. Feldman gets a kick towards centre wing. Stone takes the mark. Now Maharis gives him a lead across the centre of the ground, goes in that direction against Rickett from behind. Good punch by the youngster. At the front though, Stolk gets pushed off the footy, then gets wrapped up. He's hatched it. The umpire says, you've hatched it. And running away, Lewis gets the kick advantage paid. Gets it out towards Cornwall on half forward by himself. 30 metres in the clear. Chips the ball towards Rivet on a lead. Aitchison there also. And close to the boundary line. I think H will be happy to see it over. Has he done so effectively? Yes, he has. And we'll have a boundary throw in 20 metres around from the Corio goal.
That's the kick that I think they waste, that kick. I think that's the one that should be kicked up the rivet.
Yep.
It's a nothing kick there into that pocket. If you swung it in the middle of the ground, it's a probably chance of River to catch it like he is now.
From the ruck contest, comes back in close to the boundary line again. O'Connor and Potter see it over. So we'll do it all again. Only 10 metres around from the behind post. In fact, even closer now, the boundary umpire right next to it, as we'll throw it in. Aitchison and Rivet takes it out of the ruck contest. Rivet has kicked it across the face of goal, and it will be a boundary throw in the left forward pocket. So about 20 metres around from the goal square. We'll have another boundary throw in. So players push themselves across from one side to the other. Boundary throw in. Rivet. Harriet got it down towards the front of the pack. Feldman's there and has a bit of time to chip the ball to Forbes at half back, who takes the mark close to the boundary line in front of Tate. Turns around, plays on quickly, goes long towards centre wing on a long lead. Nick Maharis up against Rickett again, coming across McNamara at the front. Maharis, great second effort, then lost the footy in the tackle, comes through Bigham, he loses it. Lazarick through the middle, buries his head, tries to pick it up, can't take it with him. At the back, Bigham again fighting hard around Armstrong. Handball, might be a turnover. Oh, Bigham did well, off a step McNamara towards half forward. Oh, by himself, O'Toole, if it sits for him, he can turn around, and can he bring it back far enough? No, he's just missed.
Fancy leaving him by himself.
Through for one behind Ricky O'Toole, 1 goal 1. They go to 3-1-19. Corio Thomson, 2 behinds. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 19 minutes played.
So the ball now, as we await, looks like Chris Baxter retrieving the football to kick in from the goal square. A lot of players congregating at centre half forward for Corio. Now Thomson break. The chip was down the middle and mark taken there by Riley, unattended. So now they've gained 30 metres, Thomson. Riley chips it again. The lead has come from Roberts, takes the mark, but they're still inside defensive 50, Thomson. As Roberts now towards centre half back. Now kicks longer towards centre wing. Good look, the lead has come from Maharis. Rickett does well to get the ball to ground, picked up by Stone. His tackle immediately. Handball comes out to Lewis for Corio. He kicks back from whence it's come, inside 50. All Thomson back there. Rivet does well, gets a contest on, but the handball comes out to Baxter. Got plenty of time, goes wide toward the boundary. Harriet was out there, it was over his head, makes good ground to get back to it. Ash McNamara does well. Handballs along the boundary line. Gee, disguised that pretty well, had nowhere to go. The only place was over the boundary line, he got away with it. So between wing and half forward flank, out of side, 20 minutes gone. 19 points, plays 2. Corio in front from the throw-in. Good tap there by Daniels. Picked up by Lewis. Good smother there. Bigham picks it up. Lazaric, just a nice little push along the ground. Corio working very hard, but so are Thomson. Through Roberts. Picks it up. No 15, said the umpire. Ball hits the deck. Tried to crash his way through there, Forbes. Timmy Gardner can't pick it up. He's immediately tackled. Lewis, nice shepherd. To high tackle on Bigham, I'd suggest that. No, it's Werner. And Forbes, the offender. Umpire right on the spot. And Werner now. The long left foot inside 50. Oh, the back Clifford can't take the mark. Good work there by O'Connor. It comes back towards centre wing. Potter can't handle a footy. Armstrong. Bit quieter so far today. He gets away. He's run a long, long way. Then has to handball. Good defensive work, Corio there, as Forbes gets a handball back to Armstrong. Over the top to O'Connor. Now Gardner tries to bounce the footy. It didn't come back to him. He's still inside the centre square. Now he runs clear. He's run a long way. Kicks the ball to full forward. Stock there. Uses the body. Got Lindsay out of the way. The mark has been paid. And just that bit of experience there, Jason Stock.
Bit of strength there too,
at the head of the goal square, he just nudged Toby Lindsay forward, and really a simple mark at the end of the day. So Thomson, they've done well. Timmy Gardner, I think, ran a fair distance without bouncing the footy.
I think he was waiting for someone to handball to, wasn't he? I don't know what he was saying.
So Stock now moves in. He's kicked the first for Thomson into the breeze. They go to 1 goal, 2-8. They trail Corio 3-1-19. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 22 minutes.
They come from across half back there when Savali Armstrong ran himself into trouble and shot it across, and Big Forbes, he crashed through the pack there and just opened up that area, which a big bloke should do. He just opened it up for the little fellas, and they broke down through the centre, as Eric called, and Timmy got the benefit of the doubt then. I think he had more than 15 steps, I think.
So back to the middle. Umpire Formosa throws the ball in the air for Forbes and for Tate. And Forbes gets it down towards Stone. Little toe poke towards half forward. Armstrong, McNamara right next to him, not giving him an inch today. McNamara falls over. Handball by Stone. Got it towards Harriet. Tried to play for a free kick and didn't get one. Bigham got it back to McNamara. Towards Brother Ashley. Goes from centre wing. High kick from behind Manning. Dowie in front. Manning goes up. Can't take the mark. Feldman. He picks it up and dodges around. Half-back flank towards centre wing. O'Connor. Bigham against him. Holds up in the breeze. Bigham towards the front of the pack. Ashley McNamara. He can give it back to Cornwall on centre wing. Goes to the left foot. Wobbly punt towards Ho. Oh, Potter did well. Mark. Stood in the middle and took the mark. Wanted to play on. He just holds it up though now. At half forward. Goes long towards Rivet. One out against Aitchison. Getting back there, Dan Curvis. Rivet can't take the mark. Ricky O'Toole. He roved the pack at the front. Couldn't swing it around far enough though, and through for 1 behind. 1 goal to his tally. Corio go to 3-2-20. They lead Thomson 1-2-8. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 23 minutes played.
Did not get the goal, but it was a style of play they got to play. Get it up to the big fella, let him contest it, and he nearly held it, actually.
Yeah. So back in the goal square, Baxter to kick in. Looks like he might have the duties for Thomson this week. Decides to go short and finds Riley. Still only 30 metres from the goal area. Now he kicks long, outside 50. Thomson with the numbers out there. Aitchison takes the mark. Handball inboard to Harriet. Harriet under a bit of pressure, long handball to Forbes on centre wing. Can't get on his left foot, so handball back to Harriet. Now chip past the centre wing and Lowther moves forward and takes the mark out of centre wing. Kicks long towards half forward. Foot race there. Mahara's almost a diving mark. Can't take it. Umpire calls play on. Rickett picks it up, can't get it clear. Good work, Timmy Gardner. Crashed through the tackle. Handball to Lowther. It's not too good. Ball comes back. It's under a heap of players. Umpire giving them a chance to get it out. Finally, it does come out to the advantage of Corio. Matt King kicks along the ground toward the boundary line. Lewis does well, keeps it in. Now he runs towards centre wing. Hasn't got a lot of kick to, but he's got Lee Clifford on his own in the middle of the ground. Making a contest late was Feldman. Assistance there from Forbes. Harriet, tackle immediately by Clifford. Good work by the forwards. It seems to be a weight of numbers with Thomson out there on the half-back flank, and finally a handball comes out to Harriet. Kicks it long towards the centre wing. It's very, very wide, and the land's just inside the further play. I think the wind might have saved that. So, ball out of centre wing. 25 minutes gone. First quarter in the preliminary final. The boundary umpire with the football. Out of side. Big pack of players over there doing the ruck work. Forbes and Tate. Tate gets the tap down. Bigham picks it up. Handball back to Collins. doesn't know where to go. Finally comes inboard and kicks. The lead has come from Lee Clifford. Takes the mark on his chest. He's a bit quick for Roberts. And now turns quickly, drives towards half forward. Shane Manning takes the mark. He's a bit quick for Dowie too. He runs forward. It's a lovely kick to the head of the goal square. It's over the head of Rivet, gets hands to it. Aitchison coming back on the footy, but it's gone across the face of goal, 10 metres past, and it's out of bounds in the forward pocket. So Manning and Dowie, difference in pace there, Laurie.
Oh, definitely. There was no doubt about that. He showed him up there with a clean pair of heels.
So from the throw in, Rivet doing the ruck work, punches it forward. In the last line of defence is Dowie, kicks it towards centre wing. Well, the ball doesn't bounce too well. Picked up by Bigham. Tries to elude a couple of tackles finally. Kicks the ball back into the corridor. Gee, it's all Lacroix there. Oh, Potter at the back. Mark not paid. Comes down to Manning. Wheels round on the left foot from 30 metres out. I'll tell you what, he doesn't miss those. Shane Manning's kicked his second. And good crumbing once again by the Corio forwards. Takes them to 4 goals, 2-26. They lead Thomson 1 goal, 2-8. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 26 minutes gone.
Well, they are kicking it to the hot spot, as Laurie touched on they should be doing, and they're getting the crummers underneath like Manning. He's a very good crummer, and Ricky will be good down there too, so that's what they've got to get the bigger bloke to give them a good contest up there and get their runners underneath them and let them have a field day up there.
They'd have to look at the Manning-Dowie matchup, I think, if he's going to run away from him like that.
So back to the middle. Forbes goes up early, gets it down. At the back of the pack there was Bigham against Gardner. Now off the back towards Rickett, who gets around, goes with the right foot kick off the side of the boot, though, towards centre wing on the outer side. Baxter runs back with it. Manning's there. He stands up. He can't take the ball with him. Lewis is there. Clifford as well has had a great first term, but he gets wrapped up. Good tackle, Dowie. He dropped the footy. Play on, said the umpire. Lewis, kick around the corner towards the boundary line. Taken by Manning. He wheels around. Left foot kick short is okay. And following it up is Clifford. Takes the mark, chips the footy towards Tate, who can't pick it up, tries to tap it back. Chopped off, though, by Harriet. Falls to the back of the pack. Little toe poke by Werner. Chasing the ball coming towards Felbin. He can't pick it up either. McNamara, Ashley tried to get it away. Got a kick towards the 10-metre square. Might be okay to Bigham Ricky, who can get it away. Great little toe poke to Rivet. That was fantastic. Great skills. Great vision by Ricky Bigham. He was 30 metres out from goal under pressure from Andrew Aitchison. And his direct opponent, Rivet, was standing 10 metres out from goal. He just toe poked it underneath Aitchison, and he was able to take the mark and will shoot for his first and the fourth for Corio. Sorry, fifth for Corio. And that is the fifth. He's put it straight through the middle. So Chad Rivet has his first, and Corio have 5. They go to 5-2-32. They lead Thomson at 1-2-8. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 28 minutes played.
Well, that becomes a fairly productive quarter now.
Well, it certainly does. Before this game gets too long, I think Louth has to go back at back. Falmouth's making too many fundamental errors at centre-half back. There was an error there that
he's only the loose man, Laurie. I wonder whether there's any value in him being loose there.
Well, he's making errors up there. Get him out of there.
They've heard you because Falbin's at Louth is at centre-half back on Manning. There's a difference in size. In the middle, the ball, neither ruckman get it clear, but it comes to Collins, handball to Lazarick. Well stolen there by Forbes, does well, kicks towards half forward, up high Rickett, good defensive punch away. Now Feldman at centre half forward, can't pick the footy up, Rickett's there, gets clear, gets the right foot, has a good look, goes to the middle of the ground. Potter takes the mark, handball quickly to Lazarick, that's Corio style. Now they've got players breaking loose. At the 50-metre mark, Tate takes the mark, goes long to full forward. It's a long, long kick. It's just offline. Got enormous distance, Justin Tate, only behind. 5-3-33 Corio, 1-2-8 Thomson. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 29 minutes gone.
So Baxter will kick the ball back in for Thomson at the northern end. Ricky O'Toole stands the mark. Goes now with the right foot kick out wide, looking for Lowther. Gave a push. The umpire didn't see it. He took the mark and gave it away quickly to O'Connor. So he runs free on centre wing, chips the footy to Dowie. They've got a chance here late in the first term. He drills the ball back towards Gardner. McNamara leaves his player. Gardner gets it around the corner to Armstrong to run onto it. King leaves his player. He comes at him. Harriet is still there. Stones at centre half forward by himself. He wants to go long as the siren sounds. Too late. And that is quarter time. And Corio 5-3-33. They lead Thomson 1-2-8 at the first change. The goal scorers for Corio: 2 to Shane Manning, singles to Ricky O'Toole, Ashley McNamara and Chad Rivet, while Thomson's goal has been kicked by Jason Stolk. 25 points of difference at quarter time. We'll take a break. Back with the second term action after this on 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.